Yeah, Maxine showed us who she really was. And we have to believe her when people tell us who they are, show us who they are. We have to believe them. Today, I am back to talk about Palm Royale, episode 7. Maxine bags a prince, honey. And she did it. She did it. She did it. But I think she went about it the wrong way. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related, y'all. And I'm here to put you on, okay? Let's talk about episode 7 without further delay because it was a lot going on, right? We are coming off the heels of Skeeter's passing. And so now we have the funeral. But before the funeral, as Maxine and Dougie and Norma are getting ready to venture out to Evelyn's home, we get a visit from Dinah, basically, who says that Perry is in the pinta. They got him for the condo scam, honey, and Dougie's gonna be next. And that, according to Dinah, she told Perry to tell everything because Dougie not innocent. Okay, and what does the prince have to do with it? And so immediately, Maxine's like, okay, all of her assets are frozen. Mind you, she's just spent what, 750,000 on Dougie plus an extra 75 for Mary. She's got this cashier's check ready, assets frozen. Then comes to the realization that my name is on the check. So they're probably not going to come for Dougie. They're going to come for me. Okay. Mind you, the sugar heiress and her criminal man, he was in on the deal too. And so we'll see how that plays out. And so this is all before they go to the funeral. And honey, Norma is rolling. But we also know that Norma had pulled the blicky off the wall from before. Now, I thought that maybe that was the real blicky that was used 20 years ago, but apparently this is for Norma's mission to take Maxine out when she gets a clean shot. Okay. So they head on over to the services, and child Linda done enlisted the entire sister circle because she knows her daddy didn't leave her nothing. Okay. And so they are going to rob the house blind to get what they need. Right. They've already put the wheels in motion for Perry, and she's really surprised to see Virginia show up because that they've just gotten into it. But she's like, this is serious. It was your father and he passed, and I wanted to be there for you. And so the whole sister circle comes, and plus they're on assignment. They're on a mission. And so the funeral happens, honey. They got the bagpipes, the kilts, all the things, and everyone in society is there. We know on the heels of the last episode that under Robert's instruction, Maxine has sent out all those invitations with the blackmail things in it. And so now we're starting to collect. Okay. We're starting to collect, just put them in Norma's little basket. So money's rolling back in slowly but surely. And so the funeral is kind of commencing, and everyone's just kind of wandering around, mixing, mingling. And Evelyn is like, why do you have Norma? Leave Norma with me to greet the guests. Right. And so Maxine is like, I just need something tartan. I need something tartan. She goes in and sees Linda in her room while the ladies are trying to steal all the stuff, and they try to make a quick diversion, which again, Maxine don't care about that. She's very self-involved at this point. And so she eventually, I believe, collects Norma again. Meanwhile, Robert and the prince, honey, are getting busy wherever they can, honey. They were in the hotel, and Robert's like, I got to go to the services. And the prince is like, I want to go. And he's like, I don't think it's wise if we're seen together. And the princess said, I can go anywhere I want to go. Okay, I can go anywhere that I want to go. Okay, so clock that. All right. And so they end up are going there too. And so now it's time for the will reading. So Evelyn and Linda are in the room with the lawyer, and Linda knows her daddy didn't leave her nothing again. Right. Well, she didn't know, because turns out Skeeter left her everything. He wasn't playing with Evelyn the other day. He wasn't playing with her. He was not playing with her. He left her nothing. He left the estate, the home, everything to Linda. And so now Evelyn's going to plot, plan, and scheme to get Linda off the will so she can get the money, right? Because everything's about money. Everything's about status, money, all of that crap. And so Evelyn is like, well, you're the one who took him out. That bullet from all those years ago is what took him out 20 years later. Evelyn, get a clue. And so Maxine's rolling Norma around. Norma's like, I got to go to the bathroom. And she's like, I understand, honey. I get it. Maxine rolls her around. They're going in all these rooms. They bust into one room, honey, and Robert and the prince are in there getting bucky naked. And Norma is. And so Maxine's like, Robert, go on and take Norma home and explain this to her. She's not as understanding as I am about you and your man. Okay. And so he takes her home and kind of has a talk with Norma and finds the blicky and is like, what were you going to do with this? Oh, you were protecting yourself. You were scared. And he was like, for a second, I thought you were trying to get Maxine alone and take her out. And she was like, and so he explains to her in that moment, Maxine would never do anything to hurt you or I. If only that was true. So while Maxine is doing all her stuff in the house, Dougie was outside and Evelyn approached him and is like, look, you were there. You and I saw what happened with the blicky, Linda and Skeeter. If you corroborate my story, then I can get back in the will and I can help you out too. And he's looking at her like shaking his head. Just that moment, the man in the fedora, okay, the investigator comes and he is like, I need to see Maxine Delacourt. And Dougie's like, no, you don't. You got to see me. And so Evelyn tells Maxine, the investigator came and they were looking for you, but he said, no, you take me instead. And so Maxine is like, okay, I need something to do now. I got to figure this out. So instantly her mind goes to, I'm turning in the prince. I got an idea. So she goes down to the police station and she's like, I'll tell you everything, but all the money that's been taken in this scheme needs to be returned to the Delacour estate. That's my condition. Because like I knew they were going to the broke house. If she didn't do something, they were going to the broke house, but they didn't have to do this because Robert has expressed to her how in love he is with the prince and the prince wants to take him away. And she's even given him some money. You go pamper yourself, enjoy yourself, do all the things. She said it was the prince. He took this, honey. And so when she gets home, Robert is waiting in the driveway with his bags for his prince to arrive, who will never come. And Maxine knows and just he says, I don't think my prince is coming. And she says, I'm sorry, but doesn't ever tell him the truth. And I don't like that, Maxine. I thought you were a woman of some character. I know, listen, we know this show is off the hinges. But I did think she was better than that. And Robert has really turned out to be a true friend to her. So I wish she just would have talked to him before about it. I think that's what she could have done. But you guys, that's all I got for episode 7. Maxine bags the prince. Drop in the comments below what you thought of episode 7. We're very close to the end of this season, and I'm wondering how it's all going to shape up. But if you're still here and you haven't yet, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know every time that I am live or post a video, and be sure to like and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.